Hi, my name's Elle-Rose and I am on YouTube. So some of you might know me from Instagram. I've been on there since about 2015, so around 5 years now, and have been working with resin and plants primarily to create artwork. So I call it Botanical Resin artwork, and throughout my time I've been able to bring you guys kits and training on how to create your very own botanical resin artwork. I absolutely love to work with plants in a way that highlights what is amazing about nature, and show you guys stuff that you just don't see because we don't stop long enough to look. I live in Perth, Western Australia with my son, Henry, my husband, Keith, and my little dog, Ava, who often sits in the studio with me. I work from the studio in my home. I've got one room just for me, which is amazing. I've got this big, beautiful window that is overlooking my bench, and I have all sorts of different things set up in this room specifically so that I can create amazing stuff for the world, and for me, obviously. I do a lot of wedding artwork with flowers from weddings, and create artwork that will last for generations, because I want you guys to be able to have something amazing that means something, and that you can show your family's family. I also think that it's amazing that we are able to preserve these plants that maybe might not be around, when our kids are older. The way that things are going with global warming and changes to our environment, who knows what's going to happen and what our world is going to look like in the future. So I find it really amazing to be able to actually preserve and hold the structures and the colors of the plants that we have now.
I've always felt most at home in nature, and I guess because of that, I find sustainability to be of the utmost importance. Working with resin can feel a little bit contradictory sometimes. However, I also have found that this is one of the most suitable and effective ways of preserving the natural environment that we have at the moment. There's no other way that I can find that allows me to preserve the structure and the color of these plants without losing some sort of integrity. So I love the fact that I can use them and create awareness of their amazingness while also creating artwork that makes you think about what it is we're actually seeing and potentially taking for granted. It also, it's amazing that it becomes this non-ephemeral thing, from this very ephemeral part of the world that will break down fairly quickly to something that will last forever. And there's something quite magical around that.
I held myself to quite a high standard, so I make sure that all the flowers that I use and the plants that I use have no imperfections in terms of they've not been broken or bruised or scratched or anything like that, because I want to make sure that when I make work, it's as good as it could possibly get. But I also know that I work with imperfect things, so the outer edges of my work are never perfect. And I guess it's because I just think it's a bit of crap that we as humans think that we're kind of better than everything else. So I want it to be imperfect. I want it to be natural to a certain extent. So with this channel, I really want to bring you guys a bit more insight into what I do and the processes that I use to create the work that I create. So I want to be showing you the processes that I go through to create from start to finish, how I dry things, how I create my own molds, how I create in different molds depending on what I'm making. So sometimes I use wood and sometimes I use silicone. So I want to be bringing you guys into the different projects that I'm doing, and I'm really excited because I've not done this before. I've only ever done short videos on Instagram and photos on Instagram. So coming up, I've got some weddings, wedding commissions that I'm working on. I've also got some really cool jewelry concepts that I've been working on, so I'm going to be filming those and bringing you guys the processes and thoughts behind how I get to where I'm going to get, which are really exciting. What else have I got? Oh, I'm going to be doing some kits soon. I want to do some special edition kits and potentially create a subscription model for them, so that once a month, if you subscribe, you get a new kit full of different flowers, and one very special participant gets the kit with the artwork that I create from those flowers. Hopefully you guys can join me on this amazing journey, which I'm very excited about and a bit nervous. Subscribe and I'll see you soon. Hi. Hi. My name's Elle-Rose, and I will